It's the holidays, and you know what that means? Holiday cookies. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Healthy Her Midlife. I'm Christine. I am the creator of this YouTube channel and its sister blog, healthyhermidlife.com. It is officially the holidays, and I know when I decided to make that switch in my diet to become vegan, one of the things that I kind of felt was a bummer was that I couldn't enjoy holiday cookies anymore. And that was just a thought, and it was a wrong thought because I am going to show you today 3 vegan Christmas cookies or holiday cookies that you can bake in just one afternoon, all super quick and easy to make. One recipe only has 6 ingredients, the other one only has 10, and then the third one has a little bit more, but it comes together very fast. You're going to mix your wet ingredients, you're going to mix your dry ingredients, you're going to combine them, and in the oven they go. Super fast, super simple, no dairy, no egg. And you know what that means? That means you can taste the dough before you cook it. And I promise with each one of these recipes, your family won't even know that they're vegan. So today we're going to make a pumpkin spice cookie, and then next is a thumbprint cookie that is made with almond flour and raspberry jam. And then the third one we're making is the traditional gingerbread cookie. Let's get started. So why would you want to switch your regular dairy and egg cookie recipes for vegan swap recipes? Well, there's a couple of reasons. Number one is less cholesterol. Eggs are full of cholesterol, and if you have a cholesterol problem, it is not because your body's making too much cholesterol, it is because you are eating too much cholesterol. And cholesterol only comes from animal products. So this is a great way to enjoy holiday cookies without the cholesterol. Another great thing about vegan cookies and vegan baking is that the sugar in there oftentimes is more of a natural sugar. And case in point, today we are using coconut sugar and maple sugar and molasses. And that's the only sugar that we are using today. And then for the oil, the only oil that we're using in these recipes is coconut oil. You're not going to get the healthiest snack with these recipes, but they are healthier and you can enjoy them and give them to friends and family and coworkers with a little less guilt that you are maybe contributing to their health problems. The great thing about this cookie dough is it's sweet, but it's not overly sweet. So you can have a few of these and it won't give you a tummy ache. And we are ready to scoop these out now and get them into the oven. I'm using a small, about a tablespoon size scoop. So this recipe is nice and easy. It's quick, comes together super fast. Just mixing those dry ingredients together and then the wet ingredients together and then combining the two. Um, Definitely, if you have the right tools like the KitchenAid stand mixer, that really helps with how fast baking comes together. This recipe should make about 12 to 15 cookies, and I'm hoping to get more like 15 out of it. The dough is a little sticky, so don't let that concern you. The best part about vegan baking is you can lick the spoon and lick the bowl afterwards. There's no raw egg in this, so there's nothing in here that's going to make you sick because it's raw. The other thing you can do too is you can also, after you've made the dough, you can put this in the refrigerator and let it set for a little while as well. That would reduce the stickiness of this dough. Okay, so these are ready to go in the oven. These will go in the oven for 12 to 14 minutes. You want to check that they look like the edges are starting to brown and that they're set. And my pumpkin spice cookies, my pumpkin spice dark chocolate chip cookies are done. Here's the first batch out of the oven. So I forgot to mention that after you roll them into a ball, go ahead and press them down a little bit. You can use a fork, you can use your hand, a spoon, whatever. But they're nice and brown on the bottom. And these are going to be soft. They don't really run together, so that's nice. I probably could have gotten all of my cookies on one sheet, but lovely. I'm gonna let those cool. Okay, so our next recipe, number 2, is going to be a thumbprint recipe. This is the traditional thumbprint that you're thinking of with the sugar or butter cookie with the jam in the middle. And this is, of course, going to be the vegan version of it. So the dough for this recipe is only 5 ingredients. It's almond flour, coconut oil, a little bit of salt, a little bit of vanilla, and 3 tablespoons of maple syrup. And then, of course, your jam in the middle. Now, you can choose whatever jam you like. Today, I'm using a raspberry jam because I wanted to make it more red color for, the holidays. But if you had a cranberry orange, or if you like orange marmalade, or even a fig preserve might be very nice and festive as well. So make it your own and choose which fruit flavor you like. Okay, for this one, we are going to start with the almond flour. We need about 1.5 cups of that. So this recipe is super simple. All you're going to be doing is putting all the ingredients in a bowl and mixing it. That's it. And like I said, there's 5 ingredients for the actual dough. Calls for a pinch of salt. We're going to do 1/4 cup of the melted coconut oil, maple syrup, and a teaspoon of vanilla. So let's do the teaspoon of vanilla, 3 tablespoons of maple syrup. Okay, here we go. That looks good. Let's give it the good little dough taste here. That's really good. That's really good. It's a little nutty and it's also a little sweet. So the almond flour is giving it a nice nutty flavor, and then the vanilla and just a hint of maple syrup gives it just a slightly sweet flavor to it. It's really, really nice. Delicate is kind of what I'm thinking of with this one. Okay, so I'm going to use my small scooper just like before, roll it into a ball. And then with that, I'm going to just mash it in the center to poke a little well in it, like that. I can definitely tell this has more oil in it because it's greasing my hands. But you can kind of see with the almond flour that it's a much darker cookie. But the great thing though is that this is going to be gluten-free. So if you have any friends or relatives who are gluten-free this holiday season, you can treat them with this recipe. Both the thumbprint cookie and the pumpkin spice cookie, you can also use oat flour too, or oat flour or almond flour. They can be intermingled there. I might get about 15 total cookies for this recipe. Now we have all the cookies formed, and we're going to fill each, there we go, each center with probably up to a half a teaspoon of jam. It just depends on how big your cookies are. Okay, these will go in the oven for about 12 minutes. And next we're working on our gingerbread cookies. All right. The thumbprints are out of the oven and they look so festive and just really adorable. There's these little, you probably can't see it, but there's these little raspberry seeds in the jam. And under my lighting here, it's almost looks like it's glittery sparkly in there. So even more festivity. There's a little bit of brown on the bottom. I did cook these for the full 12 minutes and they look amazing. I can't wait to try these. Here is the fruits of our labor so far. Not bad. My gingerbread cookie dough is chilled and ready for rolling. I like to use parchment paper to roll cookie dough onto. Just makes it less messy, I think. And what you can do is fold over the parchment paper like this and then use your rolling pin and roll it out that way. Makes it nice and easy. It doesn't get all stuck to the rolling pin. I'm going to use the parchment paper I used to refrigerate it in and roll it out even more. You want to get it to, pretty thin. See how it makes it just pretty easy to separate that, and that looks pretty good. I'm going to give it a whirl here. So I actually have a gingerbread. If you use a thin spatula, you'll be able to, it should be able to come off that paper pretty easily. There we go. Voila. Gingerbread. That hack with the parchment paper. Definitely do not do cookie cutouts any other way. A little jiggle There we go. Perfect. And even if you want to skip the gingerbread cutouts, you could even just roll the dough into a log and just slice it into nice circles. That would work as well. And then, of course, after these are done baking, you could decorate them however you want with icing or sprinkles. Or this dough actually tastes very spicy, which I love. I almost said a naughty word there. Effing love. So these are going to be, I'm really excited for these. These are going to be really good. Okay, these are going in the oven for about 10 minutes at 350. Okay, there you have it, ladies. All 3 cookies are done. We've got the pumpkin spice cookies with the dark chocolate chips. We have the thumbprint cookies with the raspberry jam and the adorable but also undecorated gingerbread man cookies. And they are looking so good and so festive. I'm going to try these here. Taste test time. Sorry, dude, I am biting off your leg. I'm definitely tasting all of the ginger in there. And the almond flour that I used gives it more of a nuttiness and more of a substance. Those are really good. Yeah, and there's like a hint of an aftertaste of like the ginger in there. So good. Next is this adorable thumbprint. Yeah, and just like I thought with the dough, when I tasted the dough, is it's very subtle in flavor and it's allowing that raspberry jam to really shine through in the flavor. So good. Lastly is this pumpkin spice cookie, and I did add the optional chocolate chips. Mm. Mm-hmm. If you like pumpkin spice anything, you will like these cookies. These are really good. And the dark chocolate in there, it adds like just another festive flavor to it. So I hope you give all of these a try. They are delicious, and I am happy to bring all 3 of them to my family gatherings this holiday season. So there you have it, ladies. That's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really does help me grow and reach other midlife women just like you. Have a wonderful holiday season and enjoy all your baked goods and all of those healthier option goodies. And I will see you next week on Healthy Her Midlife. So good.